Right. Thank you, Santosh, for joining us and sharing those details on this particular story. We now shift our focus to some more news coming in. 8 years after the launch of the Mudra loan scheme by the Union government, former Finance Minister and Congress leader P. Chidambaram has now criticized and questioned the usefulness of the Mudra loan scheme of the central government. Now, he said, and I quote, under the Mudra loan scheme, loans of the value of 23.2 lakh crore rupees have been given in 8 years, which is impressive until you notice that 83% of those loans are under 50,000 rupees. Now, he also said, it leaves me wondering what kind of business can be done today with a loan of 50,000 rupees. Now, this is, of course, what Chidambaram had to say. I'm being joined by economist Sharad Kohli on the broadcast. Thank you for joining us, sir. Chidambaram seems to be now questioning the Mudra loans. Earlier as well, we had done a specific broadcast on the Mudra loans. We'd gone and we'd spoken to some people on the ground as well about it. Could you, in fact, on your analysis, tell us about how the Mudra loans have helped people and where we were before that and where we are today in terms of setting up businesses?
Well, I think Mr. Chidambaram needs to look at it from another angle. If more than 19 lakh crore loans have been given to 80% of people for less than 50,000 rupees, it is also evidence of the fact that Mudra loan scheme has benefited a lot of people. I mean, because obviously if a lot of loans are below 50,000, more number of people have been benefited. So I think Mr. Chidambaram needs to be told that not everybody is as big as Mr. Kartik Chidambaram in doing business. You know, people start in a small way. Take for example, the best case in point could be, I remember there was a lady called Jaswanti Ben, and she took a loan of 80 rupees many years ago, and she launched this Lijjat Papad. Today the turnover is 1,800 crores, and there are about 45,000 plus people employed. So no business is small. I think Mr. Chidambaram should not try and demean small businessmen. We should not forget that 98-99% of businesses in India come from microcredit. So this is microcredit. I think Mr. Chidambaram also needs to be told that what is microcredit. Microcredit is when you give small loans to small businessmen, and these small businesses have potential to grow into big businesses. And even if the business remains small, it is able to provide food and means of living for a small family. You can employ one or two people also. What is the harm? I mean, this is the same case as Pakoda Wala, the famous Pakoda Wala, comment which was made. So what? IIT Pakoda Wala is doing crores of rupees of turnover every month. So I think the facts and the concept of Mr. Chidambaram needs to be corrected here. No business is small. People have benefited from Mudra loan. The government had launched a scheme which says from job seekers, you should be job givers. So I think if a person can earn means of living for the family, can employ people, and let's not forget some of the businesses starting in a very small way, can grow very big. These are those small shopkeepers, small unorganized sector people who do not have access to credit. So I think this should be appreciated rather than being criticized if more than 40 crore people have been benefited. I think it has catered to masses. So I think Mr. Chidambaram surprises me because he was the finance minister of the country at one point of time. So what kind of concept does a finance minister move ahead? It is beyond my comprehension, Aarti.
Right. Stay with us, Sharad Kohli. Let me... Sharad Kohli, now, can this be seen as simply politics, or does Chidambaram there have a point on the amount? Maybe he says that there's probably an increase in amount that needs to happen, or the way that it is dispersed needs to be better. Does he have a point, or is this plain politics? Alright, there seems to be...
No, it's all about politics, because I think that, Aarti, can you hear me now?
Go ahead, sir.
Can you hear me now? So I think this is the new style of politics. They criticize everything that the government is doing. You know, that is what I personally feel. There should be constructive politics. Appreciate what is good, criticize what is not good, criticize the shortcomings and pitfalls. But if you keep criticizing every single thing, it boomerangs on you. It doesn't go well with the electorate. So this is pure politics because, as I said, more number of people benefiting from a government scheme is good. It's not bad. I agree. 50,000 rupees or less constitutes about 80% of Mudra scheme. I completely agree. But then at the same time, he should appreciate that so many people have benefited. Rather, they have a problem. If a few loans are given to few industrialists, then they have a problem. Now loans are given to the masses, then they have a problem. So, you have to take a stand which is based on logic. You define your own stand. First you say that hum do, hamare do. There are a few crony capitalism happening. There are a few industrialists who are benefiting from government loans and schemes. And when the government launches a scheme which is for the masses, you again have a problem. So I think this is pure politics. It is just criticizing for the sake of criticizing. I think Mr. Chidambaram should go to the ground, meet the people who are beneficiaries of Mudra scheme as to how they have used this loan to build their businesses, to earn means of living, especially the unorganized and the informal sector, which is the most neglected sector so far. But this scheme has transformed that sector. There are many rags to riches and crash to success stories, which I know at some point of time in one of your programs, I would love to narrate some of the Mudra loan success stories as to how they made big by such a small amount of loan. Aarti.
Absolutely. So thank you for joining us and sharing your thoughts. We will in fact definitely take up this issue in the future as well. Thank you for joining us and sharing your thoughts. For now, we should start focusing on political